Council met last night, Monday, March 7th at 5:30 in the council chambers. A good meeting, a little longer meeting than normal maybe. Large item for discussion was 4th Drive Southwest. A lot of concerned residents in that area about the new road profile and the widening of the road. It's kind of a rural section right now. It was originally constructed in 1936. We'll be moving to widening the road and installing curb and gutter, parking along the side, and bike trail. A lot of concern about the extension of the width of the road and impact of the bike trail. I think council looked for an alternative there from what was originally proposed and ultimately decided on item number 3 of 4 different options that were discussed to try to accommodate some of the residents' concerns. They were interested in option 4, but council felt that option 3 struck a good compromise. Be a 30-foot width road, 8-foot trail on the west side of the road, and parking on just one side of the road. So Stephen Lang presented that matter, and council moved forward with that, and then also setting final assessment for April 4th on that project. We had a small adjustment to the tax increment financing district related to Oak Park Mall, just a small portion. Council had a public hearing on that and approved the tax increment financing addition. We also had received bids earlier on the new Hormel Nature Center project, so that's a very exciting project moving forward out at the Nature Center. The new interpretive center, the low bid came at $3,748,000, so that was comfortably lower than our estimate, so that was a promising alternative there. We were able to accept 3 different bid alternates as well for some other additions to the project, so that'll round it out nicely, move that forward as springtime comes and the project can commence. So we received 6 bids on that project, so very competitive, and we were glad for that. We annually have bids for asphalt emulsion and bituminous material for road maintenance. We received some competitive bids on that. In the emulsion, it was actually 30% lower than last year. So with the favorable fuel prices out there, we received some savings from last year on those items. We had a grant that the city had previously applied for related to heat and power system that captured the methane gas at our wastewater treatment facility. That was through XL Energy out of the cities. Unfortunately, it was a $3.5 million grant that we could have moved forward on, but the long-term cost implications would have exceeded the benefit of the grant, so council actually had to decline that grant and move forward without that project moving forward. Rather complicated, a lot of implications related to our power provider and what we have to use in the plant, and so it gets rather complicated, but the net result was it wasn't going to be cost effective for our residents, so we didn't accept that grant. Holly Wallace had adoption of an interim use permit ordinance that provides us a little bit more flexibility when moving forward proposals and items that don't necessarily fit the zoning requirements, but yet in a practical way, really something that doesn't have impact for neighbors and can ride with the property on an interim use basis. So a nice flexibility provision for us to accommodate unique circumstances. We also accepted gifts to the City of Austin. These were for the Hormel Nature Center Summer Scholarship Program. So that was nice that project can move forward. Appointed Vern Lippert to the Housing and Redevelopment Authority Board. We also had a change order for the Nature Center, a photovoltaic system that will be moving forward as part of that project. A green energy component, we needed to do a change order of a little over $3,800 for that project, so council approved that. So that can come to fruition when the project moves forward. We had an easement request from Mower County out by Todd Park. Council approved that. We also had minor subdivision exemption for the Austin Albert Lee Special Education Cooperative that's going to go out in the Cochran Center by St. Edward's Church. So that was approved by council. We also transferred some of our airport funding that wasn't necessary for the City of Austin's airport, but we transferred $270,000 to Duluth Sky Harbor Airport which allows us to not lose that funding, but we wouldn't be able to get those funds back until 2021. But in the big scheme of things, it allows us to help others while preserving that funding in the future. Otherwise, that's funding that we would lose for our allocation. We approved club on-sale license for the Austin Area Commission for the Arts for their Paramount location. Allows them to expand the number of events where they have alcohol sales. So we approved that for them. Again, as has become kind of normal, we've approved several authorities to the Planning and Zoning Department to take care of junk and refuse and other nuisance issues. So we had 4 properties that the council approved for those moving forward. Other than that, that concluded the council meeting, and we appreciate you viewing this segment. If you have questions, feel free to give me a call at the city office, 437-9941, or reach us on ci.austin.mn.us. Thanks so much.